Hello, YouTube. It's so weird to say that. My name's Nash. I am a videographer, photographer based in Los Angeles, and this is my first ever YouTube video, so hooray! Welcome to the channel. And my first ever video, as you probably read from the title, is film versus digital. There's always been this debate in the creative world of film versus digital. Which one's better? Which one is more real? And I've always shot digitally. I shoot on the Sony FX3, which I'm shooting on right now, which is an incredible camera, and the Sony 7 IV. And so I shoot professionally for both videography and photography. And I have only ever shot digital. And this past week, I shot my first roll of film, and it was an incredible experience. And I noticed just a lot of big contrast between shooting digital and shooting film. And I think that there's a lot of carryover between both. And I think that if you were to merge both shooting film and digital, that it will make you a better photographer, a better videographer, and just a better creative in general. For most of my work, photography, videography, I always shoot digital. And there's plenty of reasons why I decide to shoot professionally using my digital cameras. I think one of the biggest ones is the instant feedback that you get with shooting digital. When you're shooting digital, you get an immediate response when you go to click on your playback, and that says, oh, my photo's too bright, my photo's out of focus. You know what, I don't like my composition. It allows you to make these adjustments in real time. And that's huge when you're working with clients. There's no guessing and there's no risk. You know that you got the shot, you know that you got the photo immediately. Are there times where you still go back and you're like, what the fuck happened to my shot? Yeah, 100%. But for the most part, it does give you that instant feedback. Another reason I love shooting digital is because of the flexibility that digital gives you. You have multiple different looks and ways to tweak your image. I can have a super clean look just straight out of camera. If I'm doing video, straight to Rec 709, give a very clean flat image, or I have the ability to really emulate film. Cool thing is that when I do this, I can do this as many times as I want. There's no cost to me besides my SD card for creating all these multiple images and storing all of these things. I just need to pay for storage. I think that's the great thing is that there's no cost for me to experiment. When I'm filming this video, I can go in, color grade, delete, and do it all within 10 minutes. With film, you just can't do that. I think just the control of digital is what is really incredible about it. I was on vacation with my incredible, beautiful, smart, intellectual, just amazing girlfriend. I love you, Angelina. And so on this vacation, I got the Canon AE-1. Oh my God, woo, go Nash. And I shot my first ever roll of film with it. These were the images that came out. And I'm really happy with how a lot of these turned out. I think I also learned a really big lesson through shooting on film, especially about my exposure, my metering, and all of these other aspects that go into it. And I'm really excited for my next roll of film that I'm already shooting on. I only have 2 images left on, so I'm gonna go get that one developed soon. And it's like Christmas when you get these film photos developed. It's so incredibly fun. There's something about the dynamic range of film. It's the way that the highlights roll off. It's the light lift and the shadows. It's the soft skin tones. It's the really naturally placed grain throughout the image. There's so much character and it feels so raw. And I know I'm sounding like every film guy. I shoot one roll and I'm like, film's better than digital. But I just had a really incredible experience with film, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, I think the thing that surprised me the most with film is obviously the look was incredible. It wasn't just the look, it was the process of shooting on film. You don't get instant feedback. You don't know if you nailed the shot. And because of that, it forces you to really slow down. Every frame matters. You're far more intentional with your composition. You really focus on how the light's hitting your subject. You think about, like, am I exposing this properly? And you wait for the right moment. You don't force it to happen. And everyone talks about this, but it's delayed gratification. And I think the great thing about film is like putting the film into the camera, not knowing if you rolled it incorrectly, winding up the film a little bit, and then going to take that first shot. You just don't know what's gonna happen from there. And you could find this beautiful moment like I had where you think you have this beautiful image of your girlfriend, and it turns out that you completely washed the image out and you messed up all the shadows because you didn't expose properly. You don't know that for weeks or for days or for months until you get your film back, or when you decide to go get it developed. And that's why I think shooting on film makes you far more intentional, and I think makes you a better creative. I don't think it's obviously you should be shooting film all the time. A, it's expensive, and B, it's tough in a professional environment unless you're incredibly skilled and you have your film process nailed down. You know how to meter correctly. you know how to expose, and all these other variables that go into film. My brain's blank. So for me, it's not film versus digital. Digital is what I rely on. It's fast, it's flexible, and it's essential for my professional work. But I think film is something that I'm really realizing is just another creative outlet through the camera. And together, I feel like shooting digital and shooting film really balance each other out. I've already noticed that from even shooting some of these videos that I'm more intentional with my framing, with my composition. I'm more intentional behind the camera when I'm shooting digital because of when I just shot this first roll of film. So if you never shot film before because you're scared or because it's expensive, which I totally understand, just give it a shot. I think that shooting film is gonna make you a better creator. I think it's gonna make you a better photographer and even a better videographer. Sure, I haven't shot Super 8 or I haven't shot 60mm film yet. I very much plan on doing so. But it's even helped me then. It's just overall helped me as a creative. Drop down in the comments how your experience has been shooting digital versus shooting film. And again, if you enjoyed this video, my first ever YouTube video, so go ahead and subscribe maybe? Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.